This set is just going to be one long story poem. I'd say it's like an epic poem, but epic poems are typically about stuff like, Dante going to the 9 circles of hell, whereas this is a 10-minute poem about 2 suitcases falling in love in Paris. So specifically, an airline recently lost my suitcase in Paris, and this is the imagined tale of what I thought that my suitcase got up to whilst it was stuck there. So I'm going to ask Roddy to bring Jack out of the dark for pretty much all of this, just because... Yeah. And basically the plan is whenever I say, meanwhile in Paris, Jack is going to play a quintessentially gentle yet Parisian piece of music. We'll see. Thanks, Jack. Okay, so this is called a baggage transfer of hearts. The Eiffel Tower is a rusty pylon, and I'll give the Museum d'Orsay a miss. If Sacré-Cœur was a Jedi, then it would be Qui-Gon, because most people forget that it even exists. The Arc de Triomphe is actually for losers, and croissants get you covered in crumbs. The whole of Paris could use a diffuser. Okay, I admit it, this poem is dumb. You'll soon see that Paris is indeed special, if only you give it a chance. But Air France lost my luggage last week, so now I'm mad at France. Meanwhile, in Paris. Wow. This love story starts the way all good love stories start. In Paris. In Charles de Gaulle Airport, to be precise. In the lost luggage warehouse of Terminal 3. My suitcase, generic grey with an elegant blueberry ribbon dangling off it, sits next to umpteen others, but feels so alone. Although, he notes, he is in Paris, the city of love, and he's always wanted to go. So he starts to hum La Vie en Rose, a song which triggers the suitcase next to him in the hangar to turn round and say, Oui, oui, monsieur, this is how you English say, un banger. The sexy friend, sorry. This is how you English say, un banger. I'm not English, shouts my suitcase. I'm a Scottish suitcase, purpose-built. I'm literally carrying my owner's kilt. Don't make me so queasy. The sexy French suitcase, bright red with a golden handle and a silk white ribbon, laughs. You should be labelled fragile luggage if you was to be offended so easily. And yet, this Scottish owner of yours has left you in the warehouse to grow old. Such a beautiful, sturdy suitcase, rotting out here in the cold. The sexy French suitcase produces a cigarette holder and takes a long drag, which, for the sake of this story, she's able to do despite not having arms or, how you say, opposable thumbs. But wait, if you're from Paris, what are you waiting here for? A horse and carriage? Monsieur, I am lost luggage, but I have plenty of baggage, she says, now inexplicably sipping on a vermouth. And for you, why wait around and waste your youth? You're not lost luggage, monsieur, now that I have found you. The sexy Parisian suitcase leans over and gives my suitcase a kiss on the cheek, which for the sake of the story she's able to do despite the fact that she does not have a face or, how you say, lips. My suitcase turns a darker shade of grey. I did not know that a suitcase could blush, she giggles. Now, I am going to explore Paris as a suitcase free in my prime. You can wait here, or you can come back to mine. My suitcase thinks about it for only a second. He loves adventure and adventure beckons. Besides, he's been lost for a while. Who'll even notice if he nips out for a quick drink? Meanwhile, back in Edinburgh, I'm on hold to Air France wondering where the hell my luggage has gone. They're represented by Swissport, which is confusing given they're a French airline, but the details would make you yawn. Anyway, it's near impossible to get a human on the other end of the phone. But after many days and many more groans, eventually I manage and ask, can you tell me, even roughly, where in Europe is my baggage? And a robotic voice says, please hold. And then they play a song, something along the lines of, L is for the way we lost your luggage. O is for, oh shit, we lost your luggage. V is very bold to think you'll ever get off hold. E is extremely nervous. That's how you feel because of our customer service. Love is all that we can give to you because your luggage isn't coming through. Meanwhile, back in Paris, from the point of view of my suitcase, we spent a week fare-dodging rides on the metro, which was quite easy because you don't normally get your ticket checked when you're a suitcase. We visited the Arc de Triomphe from the Champs-Élysées. You bought me a Parisian beret, it made my week. I don't know how you bought it, owing to the fact that you have no hands or legs or money and can't speak. But that's just what makes you such an irresistible hunk of luggage. We hop from arrondissement to arrondissement, and just meeting your gaze lights a fire in me stronger than the one that burned down Notre Dame. We look for the hunchback, then go get a lunch pack and eat it on the curb of a street where an accordion plays, soon joined by a horn band. We go to Shakespeare and Company, where we browse the books and giggle when we actually accidentally touch handles. We kiss beneath the Eiffel Tower, and you make me feel such power, though maybe that's just the various chargers my owner packed which he needs back for work. We put patisseries in our storage space at the Boulangerie, and you ask if I want to see you in sexy suitcase lingerie. So by the time we visit the Louvre, yeah, I'm looking at Mona Lisa's smile, but really all the while, I just want to make Louvre to you. I'm sorry for that. You've paid money for this, you didn't deserve that. So, let me take you by the handle, and we'll dance beneath the candlelight, me spinning you like you're on the luggage belt of dreams. Suitcases can get carried away, but I can safely say that we make such a team. I know I sound soppy. I'm trying to be tentative, but like a secure internet password, you make this case sensitive. So unlock your lock, unzip your zip. I'll be careful with your ribbon. I don't want it to rip. Unpack your clothes and the cheap souvenirs. I'll uncork the wine my owner was saving for his peers. You know you've really got me pining to see your inside lining. My patience is wearing thin. 'Cause yes, I'm boring and I'm grey, but with a suitcase they say, it's all about what's stored within. So I'll carry your burdens, 'cause you're off the charts. And this is Suitcase Love, a baggage transfer of hearts. Meanwhile, back in Edinburgh, I assure you we're on it. We feel a lot of guilt. Well, if you don't get my suitcase back, somebody's getting killed. I assure you we're on it. Our best people are on the ground. We'll get them into Charles de Gaulle. It's been like 3 weeks now. I assure you we're on it. It's just some of the bags have escaped. I am a little worried about your mental state. They've burst out the hangar, and they're really hard to find. I honestly think that you've lost your mind. I assure you, we're on it. We've sent our best PIs. There's nowhere the suitcases can run, and there's nowhere they can hide. Now my hope is gone. This guy is having me on. So I put the phone down and cry. Meanwhile, back in Paris. They've taken Francois! Exclaims the sexy French suitcase. Wait, who's Francois? We've not introduced a character called Francois. Yes, but every weird spoken word suitcase narrative in Paris must have a character called Francois. And I have just awakened to find that Francois has been taken. The Air France / Swissport private investigators are rounding up lost suitcases and sending them back to the UK. Well, let's run away, says my suitcase. Whichever way the wind may face. It's me and you, my dear case. And they share an embrace. It's me and you, and I'll keep you safe. And just like time and again, their love shadow casts on the River Seine. The sexy French suitcase then takes a long draw from her cigarette and says, I've been left so many times before. My heart is a state. Promise you won't break it. Promise me you'll stay. And just as my suitcase is about to just do that, a Swissport employee jumps out and carries him away. Back in Edinburgh, where our tale says au revoir. I've got the tram out to the airport. It's not far. I'm scanning the Swissport luggage graveyard when I see my bag, and it's Burberry tag, and I am enthralled. I scream, yes, I'm so glad to see you, suitcase. And my suitcase says nothing at all. But then a Swissport staff member comes and says there's a note I need to read on my bag. It reads, if you take me home, you also have to take the sexy French suitcase next to me. And I, ignoring the fact that this appears to be a note from a suitcase written in the first person, say, but I don't own that suitcase. And the staff just stares without a blink. And I look down at that suitcase, and I swear to God, it winks. So, being fine with theft for the sake of this happy ending, I take the bright red bag next to mine. And as I walk to the bus stop, what I don't see behind is that the ribbons of these two suitcases I'm rolling along have become intertwined. And the wind whirls, and the sky this evening is as beautiful as it can get. And I hum La Vie en Rose as me and two suitcases wheel off into the sunset. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, we'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button, if you could hit the subscribe button, and make sure to ring that bell icon so you don't miss any updates from us in the future. If you want to go that extra mile and support us a little further, we do have a Patreon channel with loads of exclusive goodies, and you can sign up for as little as $1 a month. We appreciate your help, guys, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.